Greetings once again, you heroes and villains out there. Duuz-Diz-Din back with another chapter of My Hero Academia. Previously, Lady Nagant, despite her injuries and with a harrowing shot, managed to make sure that Tomura Shigaraki was not able to touch Yue with either of his hands, which he promptly blew off. Meanwhile, the internal struggle of Tomura versus All for One has gone in Tomura's favor. His determination to destroy is at an all-time high. If he's going to destroy things, it'll be with his mind and body as one. And though All for One tried to get Kurogiri to warp Tomura to his main body, well, Kurogiri and Shirokuma are kinda at odds right now. So you were kind of lucky to get the few warps that you did. But in order to make sure that Tomura isn't able to injure any of his friends, Deku has launched him and Shigaraki to the ground below, making it the one-on-one battle that it always should have been. Will Izuku be able to overcome this in the end? Or will Tomura win this battle of the successors? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, My Hero Academia, number 380. A skosh? Like, just a bit? A skosh? Well, we pick up with Gentle, powered by LeBrava's love-lover energy, solidifying the air under Yue to keep it from crashing into the waves below. It's obvious Gentle is straining to the absolute limit, though, and the elasticity of the air is starting to break. As Gentle shouts, "My elasticity quirk has stretched its last, not to do with a lack of love, but rather my own limitation." LeBrava, back at the console in Police HQ, says, "Hang in there, Gentle. Give me a minute and I can upload the new program to keep the schoolhouse up in the air." Gentle thinks back to what he saw previously when Deku launched him and Shigaraki off of UA. He thinks, "It was nearly too swift to limp, but I dare say that was the boy I just saw. Does his departure point to the faith he's placed in me here? No, I suppose not. He wouldn't be aware of my participation. No, he is. No camera, no audience. My actions here today earn me neither cheers nor jeers. Only the joy of being alive and present I feel within my heart." Only for him to look up and see the business students filming everything he's doing. And he immediately thinks, "Cameras? And an audience?" He shouts, "Do not risk your necks. Hurry yourselves inside." But the business student says that one is a villain supposedly in custody, and yet the one holding up this tomb right now is without a doubt that very man. Gentle shouts, "Heed me, won't you? I am doing my utmost. So please, get inside." The business student says, "Shut up, let us film." Gentle meekly says, "Such passion." The business students say, "We're also doing our utmost. When Japan was falling to pieces, the nation placed the entire burden on Endeavor. That day we should have been documenting and curating the whole saga, and it should have secured the link between heroes and society, but we couldn't. So now we film to reforge that link. This is how it is. This is how the business course does heroic." That is a good point, because the thing is, it's one thing for the populace to say, "Why weren't you doing more to stop this?" But in a lot of cases when the people lifted up the heroes, it was when they actually saw how desperate they were fighting. That's what won the hearts and minds of the people, seeing the desperate effort and struggle of the hero. This is a good point, and Horikoshi has shown this multiple times. I think this is the first time he's really just pointing that out. Gentle thinks to himself, "Incredible. To think I once sought to infiltrate this astounding educational institution." But suddenly, I think it's LeBrava's name comes over the business course student's phone saying, "Oh, you kids are something special." The students say, "My phone has a mind of its own. It's offering an option. No, wait, I can't control it. We've been hacked? Is it a villain?" The voice says, "Since UA's electromag barrier is on the frit, I was able to hack my way into your device." Tsukuuchi, hearing this, is like, "What are you doing, Aba? You have to save UA." LeBrava says, "Oh, that action item's all taken care of. I'm already on to the next task. Keep filming, heroes." Imagine Gentle going to all this trouble and having nobody to see him do it. He might have made his peace with that, but I say, nuh-uh, no way. Oof, I love it. I love it. Yes, I love it. So not only will the people see Gentle's efforts, but we also see LeBrava activate the gravity engines for UA, causing it to start to float again. As Gentle says, the load lightens, huzzah to you, La Brava. Meanwhile, the horde of Toga replicated twices continue across the connective wiring between the floating platform and the main UA, as one of the Twice clones says, every last hero's gotta die. Meanwhile, Kurogiri, just wispily forming, weakly says, I am protector of what? And we then pick up with Aizawa and Present Mic, oh geez, basically being hurtled off of the platform that they were on with Monoma. And while Monoma, Manga Fukudashi, and Denki Kaminari see this, Kaminari sent out, Sensei! No! But as the two of them plummet, they're intercepted by Kurogiri. Kaminari says to Mandalay, he saved our teachers? Mandalay uses her telepathy to tell everyone, or he was just removing erasure from the playing field. Nothing helps out Shigaraki more than that. Whatever the case, all we can do is have faith and fight on for everyone's survival, for victory, for Midoriya. And that's one hell of a camera, because it can zoom in all the way. There's still like little specks, but you see the little speck of Deku and the little speck of Shigaraki about to clash, all being recorded. We then cut over to the Gunga mountain range, as All For One says, my original scheme was for him to become me in his entirety. Melding minds with Tomura to create a new entity altogether was never, in fact, plan A. And we see the Pussycats and several other heroes being overrun by the horde of Twices. It really goes to show that Hawks was kind of right when he said, take Twice off the board, because this could get problematic if you don't. Jesus! And you have All For One flying overhead saying, granted, Tomura's impulse for destruction eclipsed all my hope, but that is a minor detail. Now that this body's role is done, injecting my quirk factor into Tomura will broaden my authority and put a lid on him. Okay, so he's trying to get there to make sure that the overtaking of Tomura is like complete. The Demon Lord's completion, such is my tale. He just loves to hear himself talk. Meanwhile, Hawks is chasing behind saying, you ain't reaching Shigaraki on my watch. Oh shit. Oh snap. Oh shit. Okay, so Hawks says, get it? That's how our tale goes. And he thinks with Tokiyami trying to follow behind, our future's on the line. For the kid's sake, he tries to fake out All For One, swinging his hand, but the blade is actually being carried by two of his feathers in a kind of delayed reaction, saying, as Hawk says, none of it's for you to chew up and spit out. He thinks to go further beyond, toward a future so bright. I think Hawks' blade got snapped. He grabbed the broken part and tried to stab All For One. And All For One says, the wind seems to blow my way. And Hawks thinks they can't help but smile. So, to go further beyond, for the kid's sake, to go further beyond toward a future so bright, they can't help but smile. And Hawks is seemingly crushed by All For One, much to Tokiyami's shock. Wait, what? The depiction, oh my god. The depiction of Hawks was a fake? Much to Tokiyami's surprise. As the fake says, the agony. I was too hasty. Oh, how I've yearned for you. And you have Kami, riding on one of Seiji's giant meaty hand finger things. As she says, if I'd been a Skosh later, so that's what, a Skosh, a little bit later, you would have unalived that certified toddy. I'm simping for not very fetch of you, no cap. I don't know how to feel about the way Kami talks, but we see that Seiji managed to get Hawks out of the way, as he says, as the factions receiving refugees from UA were designated as a purely non-aggressive defense force. However, the refugees have yet to arrive. Since we've deduced the imminent danger and impending ruination, we took it upon ourselves to assemble Shiketsu High School's hero corps and assist in battle. And as Inase comes in, blowing away the horde of Twices, Kami says, way to flex. And Inase says, listen up, pal. I'm the guy who decides which way the wind blows. Honestly, I completely forgot about that. I thought about Ketsubutsu because of the fact that Yoshindo was in a recent episode not too long ago. But I never actually thought about Shiketsu. Okay, I was wondering about it because Viz normally doesn't do translator notes, but apparently Horikoshi had including those little notes, like Skosh a little bit unalived, killed, simping to have a hard crush on someone, fetch, cool, awesome, probably, no cap, a distinct lack of hat, who knows, honestly. So they're translating the joke as well of Horikoshi being like, look, it's slang. I don't know what the hell they're saying. Because apparently people who are complaining about the Viz translation is just like, no, they're translating the joke, you dumbasses. Then again, if it was more consistent throughout the issues, people might have understood a bit more. I know she's a high school student, but I gotta put that out there. Kami riding on that finger is both sexy and gross. Just ew. But I'm glad more of the cavalry is arriving. Honestly, I keep forgetting that all these other kids are out here actually doing stuff. Although I gotta say, relegating Yoshindo to just the group capturing Skeptic, kind of disappointing. I always thought Yoshindo was going to be a little bit more important than that, but it tends to be Shiketsu who's more important than Ketsubutsu. Oh well, what can you do? I mean, I gotta hope they don't get unalived at any point either as well. And if anything's kind of gonna catch All For One off guard, it's misdirect. And Kami's great at misdirect. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you mad that we had the death fake out, or do you feel that it was kind of appropriate? I actually kind of like this. I like them arriving like this. But I definitely want to hear from you. But also remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next chapter. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.